I just swam 500 plus meters straight for the first time ever. I cannot believe it. You're probably wondering why you're watching a video of me recording myself in a sauna. Well, it all started a few months ago. It's currently 6:15 a.m. on March 28th, I think. And it's going to be my first day swimming at a pool to practice for the triathlon. Let's just pretend this is very nicely filmed and edited B-roll as I'm walking to my car the morning of my first gym session, and I didn't forget to unlock the door. So this is me arriving to the gym on the first day of my first swimming session, and what you're about to see is a person who is not a very good swimmer. So just a little bit of context. I learned how to swim via an ebook called Total Immersion, which was recommended to me 2 years ago at a different gym from someone who saw me struggling incredibly hard in the pool. So yeah, this is footage of me trying to follow along directions from a PDF on my phone. Enjoy. Hold up. I initially said this story started a few months ago. It actually started a few years ago. Let's rewind real quick. Please clap for these incredible editing skills. Thank you. So it all started in the spring of 2019 at Family Promise, the place where I work. My boss, Kara, she asked a few staff members if they wanted to take part in a triathlon to raise money for Family Promise. I said yes because I was naive enough to think I could swim 500 meters with no experience and very little training. Long story short, I got pulled out of the water barely 100 meters into the swim. This is me and my friend Juan, who also couldn't finish the swim after the race, doing our best to mask our pain. We both promised ourselves that we would sign up again to finally finish the race, but then COVID happened, so we could not redeem ourselves in 2020. Fast forward to this year, I got vaccinated and I joined a gym with a pool and I started training. On one of those first days at the pool, someone in the lane next to me asked me what I was training for. He couldn't believe I was learning how to swim via videos on my phone, so I told him about the triathlon. It turns out he also taught a 6 a.m. spin class, which he convinced me to join. And then I found out he pretty much knows everybody at the entire gym, including a college swimmer who wound up giving me a free swimming lesson. Now, I don't have footage of that swim lesson. I mean, I barely have footage of anything. I'm a terrible vlogger. But the swim lesson, it helped me turn a very frustrating page. It taught me how to properly rotate my hips while I'm in the water in order to like streamline myself better and make it easier for me to breathe. Okay, so at this point in the story, we're in late April. A few weeks later, tragedy struck. My grandma, she passed away, and pretty much all of my family, we traveled down to Haiti for the wake and the funeral. It goes without saying that that took a toll on me, not to mention my training. But it's weird because my grandpa, he passed away in March of 2019. And the day I did the triathlon 2 years ago actually fell on his birthday. And a few months before that, I learned that sometime in the 70s, he actually was involved in saving a person from drowning in the Mississippi River in Minnesota, despite the fact that he could not swim. And my grandma, well, it's crazy because she actually was on the sidelines of a soccer game when I scored my first goal ever. I remember it very, 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 very clearly. And now, in a few days, when I take part in this triathlon, she'll be up in heaven watching me as I finish my first triathlon. I don't know, there's this weird grandparent triathlon connection I have going here. I actually received more bad news after I got back from Haiti. It's June 8th, and I just tested positive for COVID. It's not a huge deal because I got my vaccines, but I'm a little bit worried because I have a triathlon in about 6 weeks, and now I have to quarantine. And quarantining is the last thing I want to do right now. Why is that? Because I need to practice swimming. So COVID wound up keeping me out of the gym for about 10 days, and when I finally got back into the pool, I felt very uncomfortable. It felt like I lost all the progress I made. But I kept showing up every single day. I'd spend about 30 minutes in the water and then immediately write down notes on how I felt in the pool and what I thought I needed to improve. And then last week, out of nowhere, I had a breakthrough. Me and Juan did a swim workout Thursday night. And after I did a set of 175 meters straight, I got out of the water and I told Juan, yo, I've never felt this good before, ever, while swimming. And for whatever reason, that inspired him. And instead of doing a 200-meter swim, he wound up swimming for like 600 meters straight. And as I'm watching him, I'm like, yo, I could do this too. So I went back to the gym the next morning, literally like, I don't know, 10 hours later. And I told myself, I'm going to get in this pool and I'm going to swim 500 meters nonstop. And I did it. 2 days after that, me and Juan went to a lake to swim just to like get acclimated to lake water because that's the body of water we'll be swimming in during the triathlon. And we both felt really good. So now it's literally like less than 48 hours until we'll be doing this triathlon. And I'm cautiously optimistic. So, if you have made it this far in the video, thank you. I appreciate you. And now I'm going to ask you to donate to Family Promise. So we honestly do incredible work, and we have literally been rated a perfect charity by Charity Navigator, which is a huge deal in the nonprofit space. But yeah, click the link in my bio and donate a few dollars if you can. I will appreciate it, and the families that Family Promise serves all across the country will also appreciate it. With that said, like and subscribe. Just kidding. I'll see you later. Wish me luck on this triathlon, and thank you again. Peace.